All right, so you are officially invited to the Idle Courses Academy. And I want to let you know that the Idle Courses Academy is the only implementation program of its kind that not only shows you exactly how to create your job application assets and build a portfolio from scratch, but it also includes mentorship, credentials, coaching, and paid experience opportunities in instructional design and online learning. So really, we are the trade school of instructional design and online learning. It is a project-based program. And so it's based on you creating your assets for your portfolio, your resume, your LinkedIn profile, preparing you for your interviews, taking those interview assessments, those tests that you'll have to take during your interview rounds for any instructional design job. We prepare you for those. And then since we're zero to career, we also support you after you land your first or a better instructional design job, whether that's working full-time or even as a freelancer. And we support you with ongoing training, workshops. You can come back with any new cohorts, and you can even give back to the Academy once you've reached one of your big goals, to be a mentor, a coach, or write Idle Courses blog posts. All right, so in this program, we will show you how to structure your online portfolio, how to create high quality content for your portfolio, because a lot of times you'll see if you start looking for instructional design jobs, you'll see they say 3 years of experience, 5 years of experience. And you're like, how am I going to get a job, even if I have a portfolio or this or that, the other, if I don't have experience? And the answer is that the reason why they ask for so many years of experience is because they're trying to mitigate their risk in hiring you. But you can mitigate that risk for them by showing them that you can do the work through your portfolio. So you'll still be able to apply for any jobs that say like 3 years experience, 5 years experience, when you have a portfolio that proves that you can deliver. Because our job as instructional designers is all about the deliverables, right? The learning materials, the courses, the design, all this kind of stuff are things that you have to do as outputs. And so since our job's about deliverables, then they want to know, can you specifically deliver? And if you can, and you can prove it through your portfolio, you get to bypass those experience requirements. And then we'll also get into and show you how to brand yourself, your resume, LinkedIn, and your portfolio. And of course, how to market yourself. And when you write blogs for Idle Courses, that only increases your authority and credibility in our space and helps optimize your own portfolio in the search engines. We also show you how to create and craft a resume that gets you interviews. And we show you how to create 2 different resumes, a beautiful one, which we include templates for, how to translate your experience from whatever your former role is into corporate instructional design. And then we also show you how to write a text-based only resume so that you can get past those applicant tracking systems, which is what everybody uses for applications to jobs. We will also show you the in-demand tech in the Idle industry, things like Articulate Storyline, which is an e-learning authoring tool, Beyond, which is an animation program, video editing with things like Camtasia, image editing, right, manipulating images and designs, and even just other easy to use design software like Canva. I've already mentioned that we'll help you pass those interview assessments and answer any of your interview questions with confidence. You will learn to design hybrid, which means both in-person learning and online, so synchronous and asynchronous. That's what a hybrid course is. Instructor-led training and e-learning courses. And of course, it is the best community in all of an instructional design world. And the reason why I say that is because you'll have an entire community of over 400 people that are active and loving and supportive and have been where you are in your journey, and they will be supporting you and walking that same path with you. What's also brilliant about having the Academy community is that it's not just there for while you're trying to figure out all the things and ask questions and so on and so forth. They are there to help you if you need to land other jobs. Our community are posting their own freelance work inside the group that's only available to Academy members. And I've even seen where one Academy member will say, "Hey, I'm applying to a job at Southwest." And somebody else says, "Oh, I work there. Let me go walk over and recommend you to the hiring manager." So that is just another example of the power of having a connected and active community in your industry. And then even after you land your job, say you are struggling in some area of your new role, you have a safe place to come and ask questions about your boss or the process or why they do things the way that they do, and the list goes on. And these are the kinds of questions that you don't really want to go on to LinkedIn and air your dirty laundry or whatever those questions are that might not be appropriate for a public setting. You have a private community where you can feel supported and comfortable to ask those questions even after you land your job. All right, you'll also have a cover letter and a resume, a winning portfolio, a LinkedIn profile that drives recruiters to your InMail. As a matter of fact, I usually tell Academy members not to update their LinkedIn profile until they are ready to start interviewing and getting contacted by recruiters. We definitely have nailed down the secret sauce that brings recruiters to our students. You will have confidence in your IELTS skills because a lot of what we do in the Academy is about doing the work, right? Whether that's doing it messy, taking imperfect action, whatever it is, it's about deliberate practice. And so confidence comes after action. If you feel like you are lacking confidence in instructional design, you don't know if this is something that you can do or you'll be good at doing it, then join the IELTS Courses Academy, and what you will find is as you take action, that's how your confidence grows. And then if any of you are familiar with the Association of Talent Development, or td.org is their website, we are actually a pre-approved provider for recertification credits up to 40 points for either the APTD or the CPTD. So even if you've already gotten your certification from ATD and you are looking to recertify, you can enroll in the Academy and get 40 points towards your recertification. And I'm pretty sure for the APTD, which only requires 40 points, our program would satisfy all recertification requirements for ATD with just one enrollment and completion of the credentials in the IELTS Courses Academy. So we don't just serve brand new people. We serve those that are master trainers. We serve those that are freelancers. And sometimes, truthfully, what happens is people who are running their own business and they need to source talent, that's instructional designers, they join in the Academy just to hire Academy members to help them out on freelance projects. And if that's someone like you, that's something that you're also welcome to our community to do something similar. You'll also have at the end, during, a close network of instructional design peers and mentors, templates and assets to build your portfolio even for future projects like on the job. And when I mean templates, I mean all the templates. So storyline templates, templates for workbooks, worksheets, facilitator guides, participant guides, presentation decks, and even templates for while you're building your portfolio. So mock-up templates in Canva so that you can just drag images to have nice mock-ups for your portfolio, and cover banners, like all sorts of templates to save you time as you're trying to just do the things to land your first job. And then also we give you access to Envato Elements, which is a full stock library full of images, stock video, audio clips, illustrations, icon packs, WordPress templates, just tons of things. You get access to it all for free through the Academy. And then We also give you access to Beyond, which is the animation program that is so hot in our industry right now. You can actually get access to the Beyond Enterprise level through the Academy and create your videos and download them, and as many as you want without any watermarks, and just download them for your portfolio or for your e-learning projects. And you can do that anytime. It doesn't have to be a live cohort or anything. You just always have access to all the things, including access to Beyond. We have 4 levels of digital credentials: um, e-learning developer, instructional designer, idle consultant, and master idle. The first digital credential, which is e-learning developer, usually comes once you start applying for your jobs. Then you have a little bit of time to start working on your badges. And so the first one most people go for is the e-learning developer, and you create a course in either Storyline or Captivate. And of course, we have articulate storyline training, and you will submit your e-learning course to the peers for feedback, and then your academy coaches for feedback. And then you'll say, okay, I'm ready. This is my final submission for the badge. I review it. And if it looks like something that a hiring manager will look at and say like, oh, they know how to build e-learning, then you get awarded that badge. And that goes for all the different things. Instructional designer is an instructional design document. And the idle consultant is once you have your portfolio done and you have at least 3 assets in your portfolio, your LinkedIn profile is updated and your resume is updated. That's how you earn your idle consultant badge. And then the last one is once you get your first client or you land your full-time role, you can earn the 4th and final credential, which is idle, master idle. And that is where you write up about your project and what you learned and your role in the project and some of those key takeaways. And then, of course, we also have paid experience opportunities. So that happens in about 3 different ways, and it happens once you earn your level 2 badge. And you can get paid by helping me improve the academy. That may be a lesson or a resource or whatever. You just email me and say, Robin, I want to add to the academy in this way, and I will pay you to build that. If you want to write me a course blueprint for something that I can sell through Idle Courses, we will work on a project price and you can build that for me. And then the third thing is I actually go out and hunt for clients and other freelancers to feed the academy. And I just make connections from those academy members that have put in their effort and they've earned their badges. Then I connect them with recruiters, clients, other freelancers, and many other things. And then there's a 4th way that's kind of unofficial, which I've already kind of mentioned, that there's a lot of freelancers and other businesses inside the academy that will offer and post job opportunities in the academy group for people to come and help them on their projects. And those are paid opportunities. We cover all the things. Included is goal setting and mindset, which is so huge before you start transitioning into a new field, how to build your portfolio from scratch, e-learning development, like the process, the design, the project management, instructional design, everything from the theories and the models to how to write your instructional design documents and get sign-offs from your stakeholders. We cover needs analysis, instructor-led training, resumes, LinkedIn, interviewing, and on and on. So it's a complete training program. It's a trade school, and it includes self-paced training, live group coaching, live workshops, idle mentor hours, our coaching and feedback from the academy coaches. And then if you do the one payment option, you also get access to Idle Movie Magic, which is a course that teaches you not only how to use Beyond, but it also incorporates professional animation principles, right? So you'll not just learn how to use Beyond, but you'll learn how to use Beyond like a pro animator. And so if I have probably 100 idle success stories, those are all the people that showed up and did the work. Sometimes it took them 2 cohorts. It takes somebody anywhere from 3 weeks to 3 months to land their job. And so it really just depends on who you are and what your commitments are and how much time you can give as far as how long it'll take you to land your first idle job or a better one. And so it doesn't cost $3,000. Instead, it's $1,497, or you can enroll for 6 payments of $297 or 1 payment of $1,497. So I want to make sure I'm not missing any questions here. All right. So Patty asked me, she goes, what % of Idle Academy finishers have gotten a corporate idle job in the field? So I will tell you, Patty, that every single person, and I can say this unequivocally, that every single person that puts in the work in the Idle Courses Academy lands their job. I have not seen a single person that has earned a badge that isn't currently in interviews or has not landed their job. And many people start their own freelance business right away, which actually is inspiring and pretty surprising to me, but they do. And so it really is all about taking action. So if you don't create your portfolio, even with all the 4 layers of support that we give you and the training and the assets and the resource and whatever, then, then you're not going to land your job, right? But everyone who puts in the work lands their job. So because the secret is deliberate practice, right? So we take you through, we tell you exactly what the roadmap is. We tell you what to create and how to create different pieces of it. But then the deliberate practice is you submit it to your peers for feedback. You implement that feedback. You submit it to the Academy coaches. They give you specific, targeted, tailored feedback on whatever that asset is, whether it's your portfolio website, your scripts, your storyboard, your e-learning, your instructional design document, whatever it is, you get feedback on that, you implement that. And then by the time it's gone through those 2 rounds of feedback that you've implemented, your asset is transformed, right? It is nothing like when it first started, which is great, especially if you're new to our field, because many times when you first get started, the outputs aren't so great. But once you go through the process of deliberate practice, it gets so much better. And that's the secret, right? The secret is that our Academy members go through deliberate practice. And so when their portfolios are done, they are shiny and they are landing jobs at Fortune 1000 companies because of how incredible their portfolios are by the time they're ready to apply. So just some next steps and what to expect. You'll visit the enrollment page. You'll just click the button, I'm ready to become an idle or read some more. And then you choose the payment plan that works for you. Fill in some details. You'll see this confirmation page. Check your email, right? And make sure to add me to your contacts, Idle Courses. And then you'll log in to get access your course and those bonuses. And this is what your member area looks like. And class starts officially on the 25th of this month. Now, that doesn't mean that everything is a live training. It just means that we all start at the same time. And so that means that we all have access to the course at the same time. And this way that we can level set expectations. And the energy is really fun when we all start at the same time. And so that's why we do the cohort model. But like I've mentioned before, this is a lifetime access program. And so we do it it's better to explain it as we do it in 8-week live blocks and that we call cohorts. And there are 3 of those a year. And you're welcome to join back in with any cohort after you enroll. And you still get supported. You still have access to the training in between cohorts. It's just we do 8 weeks of live cohort training 3 times a year. And you're welcome to join any of those live cohort blocks. All right, so you might be wondering, how long will this program take me? Just like I mentioned before, it is project-based. in so many ways. And so it's not about like you have to submit assignments by a certain time or you need to sit here and watch this video for a certain amount of time. It's about doing the work, right? So when we say your first step is to write an outline. Well, how long is it going to take you to write an outline? We'll tell you how to write an outline, give you some pointers and all that other kind of stuff. But how long is it going to take you to write an outline? Are you going to like sit down and bust it out? Or are you going to like put it off? And so that's why I can't really tell you how much time it'll take you in the program, but I can tell you that the average amount of time that it takes people to land their job is anywhere from 3 weeks to 3 months. That is the average that I see over and over and over again. And this includes people that are working full time. Most of our students in the academy are full time employees, whether that's being a teacher or an HR generalist or a veterinarian or from a medical background. They come from all types of fields. They're all working full time and doing the program. And so those that are working full time, it usually takes about 3 months before they get their offer letter, right? Because we got to go through about 3 or 4 rounds of interviews, and then you've got to build your portfolio, update your resume and your LinkedIn profile. And so that does take a little bit of time. So that's about the average amount of time that it takes. But you have access forever. So if you have to go at a slower pace or whatever, then you are still a member and we'll still be rooting for you and we'll still be welcoming you back every time that we have a live cohort, and we even support you in between the live sessions. All right, so did I have any other questions? I am looking down in the comments right now to make sure that I didn't miss any questions. That was a good question. And I'll just show you some of our success stories while I'm seeing if you guys have anything else that you want to know about the Academy. So hi, Elizabeth. Reese already in the Academy. Hi, Shaza and Elizabeth and Tandy and Katina. So let me know if you guys want to know any more details about the program. Now, this is my record breaker. This is Erica. She was the one that she started the Idle Courses Academy during the summer, and she was a Spanish teacher. And so she was not working at that time. And she just worked on building her portfolio and doing all the things as her full-time job during the academy. And so she was able to land a job at PricewaterhouseCoopers and get her offer letter within 4 weeks. This is Jennifer. I love her story because she was already a training coordinator, but she was not an official instructional designer. So she joined the Idle Courses Academy so that she could become an instructional designer in her same company. And through the work that she did in the academy, she built a portfolio and she went to her boss and she showed her boss all the investment she had done in herself. And she is now an instructional designer at her company because of the investment that she put in herself, and that her boss and her bosses were able to see her growth. This is Lucias Shaw. She was an ESL educator, and she is now a learning experience designer. And she landed her job in about 3 months. And she also had, not really a background other than being a teacher. And so she was able to do this through the Idle Courses Academy. Whitney was a teacher, and so now she is actually working for Amazon as an instructional designer. So she went from teacher to working for one of the biggest companies in the world, and as an instructional designer. Arusa is also now an LXD, or a learning experience designer. I have a lot of people ask me things like, can the Academy help me become a learning experience designer? Do you focus on learning experience design? And I will say, I don't find a lot of difference between instructional design and learning experience design. I know that there are roles that are just LXD, but the way that we teach instructional design is based on the same principles as learning experience designers. As a matter of fact, the Academy itself is built on LXD principles because we are always talking to our learners, which happen to be Academy members. And we are unique in the fact that our students or our learners are instructional designers. So they can also not only give us feedback, they can actually help us build those improvements. And that's a lot of what happens in the Academy as well. All right. Did I see any other questions come in? Okay. I don't see any other questions come in. But I wanted to make sure that you guys really got heard it from me, what's all in the Academy. I know there's a lot to read on the information page for when you want to enroll in the Academy. So it's always helpful to just have somebody walk you through it and answer questions. And the time one, I think, is the one I've seen the most. And can I do it with a full-time job? The answer is yes, 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 and yes. And so we would just love to have you join us. All right. Oh, the other thing that I want to make sure you know too, if I kind of glazed over it, is that we have idle mentors. And what's so great about having mentors is that they have office hours every single week for an hour. You meet with your own small group and you show up to the same day and time with your idle mentor that you choose every week for 8 weeks. This gives you somebody who will keep you accountable, check in with you every week, gives you an accountability group, and gives you a direct point of contact where you can just reach out to them via email directly. And that is just something that you just won't find anywhere else. And it is just going to be so valuable for people who enroll in the Academy, because you just sometimes it's not, you just need somebody to tell you that you're on the right path, or you might just need somebody to keep you accountable. I know for me, the best way to keep myself accountable is to have somebody else depend on me to do something, right? That external accountability, somebody looking for me to get things done for them. Well, then I feel the onus and I get those things done. But if it's just, some far away goal for me that nobody else is keeping me accountable for, then I might put those things off. And so if you like external motivation to keep you accountable, then you're really going to love the idle mentors. All right, my friends. Well, you know where to find me, info at Idle Courses, if you have any questions. If you go to the blog post written by Tabitha Dragonberry, and it says recap of the Become an Idle Challenge, you'll see some links in there to schedule a call to ask questions one-on-one of an Academy member, or you can sign up with my calendar. I know my calendar is starting to fill up. And of course, you guys know who a lot of our Academy members are. You can reach out to them directly, or if you are in the Become an Idle Facebook group, ask a question in there, and I am sure that many people could answer those questions as well. So thank you so much for joining me, and I look forward to welcoming you to the Idle Courses Academy. Enrollment ends next Friday.